Welcome back. My name's Ethan. I'm a full-time men's clothing reseller, and I'm here to show you what I sold this week. As you can see, I'm a little behind here, but I'll catch up eventually. So this is for the week of September 23rd through the 29th. I've got $2,944 in total sales, but after we take out the shipping costs and the eBay fees, and then the taxes that the buyer paid, that comes down to net sales of $1,927. We had 66 items sold for the week. It's about 9.4 sales a day. And then average sales price of $44.61. The best thing I like to see here, I like to see my quantity sold a little bit high. It went up 10% from the previous week. Average sales price still going up. That's up 22%. Just the fact that all these numbers are up, I like to see that. I think that mostly is just telling us that we're entering quarter four. The items are getting more substantial, and obviously they're going to be worth more. Also, when the buyers are paying more shipping, it's going to raise this average sales price and then the total sales price. All right, let's go through these real quick. So, this is a canceled order, lost item, so I had to cancel it, of course. Old camera I had, I just decided to sell untested, so it only sold for a couple bucks. The next few items, these were all like I bought them thinking they were good, then they ended up being damaged. So I sold them for less than I normally would have. But see, Peter Millar, this one was good because of the embroidery on it. It's for Pinehurst. It's a good golf course. This one was good because it was like silk something, silk and wool maybe. Yeah, merino wool and silk. Noble, good brands. If you guys don't know these brands, look them up. Stance is an okay brand. I think they're most known for socks. I almost never find Stance stuff though, so you probably won't see it hardly ever. Little vintage item, Vineyard Vines performance shorts. These are worth probably like 25 if they're in a better size, but these were 42. Kimes Ranch t-shirts. When I'm finding these for like $5, I'll sell them. This one sold pretty quick, I believe. So Lululemon tee. I'm buying these for like $5, selling them for like 20 usually. Um, This is not a great brand. Some camo cargo shorts can do very well. I've sold them for up to $45 before. These were just basic Old Navy, like modern ones. So I listed those for like 18 something. I would have paid $5 for those. Zero Restriction's a good brand. There are some items that do very well from Zero Restriction. That's usually like Tour series. Like I've noticed that their vests do pretty well. Or if you find like a puffer, like some sort of puffer jacket. I think the hybrid ones are popular. That's where like the chest and the body part is like puffer, and then the sleeves are just like a normal fabric, not puffer. So, some padded going and stuff. These board shorts are just like not a desirable model. These ones had a very small hole on them. These would have been worth about 30 to 35 if they were not damaged. This mission belt, I don't know. I've been dabbling in belts, not worth a whole lot as you can see. Free Fly's an okay brand. I've been picking it up for cheap, and I've been finding it a lot recently. This Donnie item, I'd never seen this brand before. It looks like it's a women's brand, which would explain why I'd never seen it. This did take a little while to sell, so I'd be careful if you find this brand. Look it up, see if your item is good. Um, More Patagonia. I was super disappointed in this one. Um, Pictures were bad. I think there were some stains on it. So, yeah, Made in USA. I think the tag is super cool. I love it. But there were some flaws in the item. So, it's probably why it sat around for quite a while. All right, Tommy Bahama. This is a brand I don't do very much of, but I found like 10 of these shirts. Like, they're all $5, all at the same store. I was like, cool. It's like I can make like one listing and get like 10 items listed. So I got all of them. I noticed since they were bigger, the sell through was pretty good. I have a little miniature like tape measure on my keys. So I measured one of these in the store and then compared it to some active listings to see what size it was. Um, Most of them were size 2XB, and there were some normal 2XLs mixed in. So I've had to be careful about that, make sure I get the sizes right. But otherwise, I think I've sold like three of them so far, but to get that many listings done for just, you know, creating one listing, I think it was worth it. More free fly. I only got this because I only had to pay $5 for it. Let's see. This is a little bread and butter thing, just Nike stuff with like a team on it. So as you can see, St. Louis Cardinals on this one. I think it's like MLB Authentics. Yeah, the Authentic collection. Uh, these sold decent. They're decently fast. I think I listed them for like 27.88, something like that. Yep. So I'll definitely take a $22 offer on that. This is something I've talked to you guys about before. Just Russell Athletic stuff made in USA. These are just some black sweatpants made in USA. Nothing on them. List them for 25. They sold fairly quick. So I listed these on the 24th. They sold on the 28th. Someone sent me a $20 offer. So like that. Blade collar golf polos, still good. They've been good. I'm still picking them up. This was just a cheap little item. I think I got it at a Plato's because I knew I was going to use my discount, the 20% off like loyalty discount. So went ahead and threw that in the cart. Didn't sell super great. It did sell kind of quick though. Sold in 10 days. Not a great item though. When I see like really unique Nike stuff, I usually take the time to look it up. So I just go down and look up the style code here, the BV5597-110. I think another used one sold for 30. This one I think was supposed to be white though, and it's kind of yellow, so I put that in the description. So I took a lower price for it just to move it. This is an interesting item. You'll only know this if you're big into golf, but this LAB Golf, they make super expensive putters. So with high-end putters, though, it's really common for people to like customize them or change out grips. There's like so many different grips you can put on your golf putter. So this, I don't know if this like would have came with a putter someone bought and they just decided to put a different grip on it, or someone just bought this from Lab Golf and then ended up not using it. Either way, ended up in my Goodwill for $4. So I think that sold full price and super quick. Yeah, sold in a day, full price, $25. This is the first rash guard I've ever sold. I've been looking for a rash guard for so long. I thought I talked about this. Maybe I talked about it in a thrift haul. That must be right, but I noticed this design was crazy. Like that's what caught my eye. Then I looked at the brand and saw X Martial, and I figured it meant like martial arts. So I just looked up X Martial, went to their website, and this is a rash guard for like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, MMA. I think I would also use it. I don't know. I just sell it. So that was only $5. Sold for 25. At least I think it was $5. You have to go back and watch the thrift haul video. 34 Heritage. This is not a brand I'm picking up very much anymore. I was finding a lot of it, and I noticed most of it was in like size 40 plus waists. So some of the stuff, if the size, like if the inseam was a little longer, I could pick it up. What did this sell for? 24. I think I had it for a little bit. I listed it back in May, so it took a little while to sell. But that's what the tag looks like. And then they will put the model name on the inside of the jeans, so you'll always know. Very easy to look up. Just double check it before you buy it. Some Levi's. I would have got those if they were cheap. I pretty much always look up vintage Levi's though, just to double check. I don't know all my models that well. Vintage Gap. Let's go look at the tag. If you've never seen a vintage Gap tag, come on now. So I think the letters on the vintage tags are a little taller. You can also check underneath this tag. The older ones don't have. There's like a little tag. I don't know if it's a style code or not, but it'll tell you like what season and what year it was made. So you'll see a lot of like holiday 2003 type stuff. I think that starts in like the Y2K era. They start putting that tag in. So if you see a tag that looks like this and you don't see that like the tag with the year on it, it's probably just old. I don't know. I've noticed I do well with J. Crew denim stuff. Um, this one was easy because it said work shirt on it, so I just listed it as a denim work shirt. So that was nice. $30. I think I got that at a Savers, and I paid like 13. So not great. I probably had a discount though. Oh well. Either way, sold for $30. The comps were fairly strong on it, so I wasn't too worried. I know I got this at a Savers. This is a women's like rugby polo, and I got this because the interesting color, and then it had a little crest right here on the chest. So just gave it a nice little interesting photo. Someone bought it for $27. Some basic vintage Levi's, bread and butter stuff. They're made in USA. Nothing crazy. 25. Did I list that for 25? Okay, list them for 30. Took an offer for 25. Um, this is a nice, cool item. I am careful though when I find a cool brand fourth zip. A lot of these that I find will have holes in them somewhere. So I always take these up to like the front windows at my Goodwill and I hold them up and see if any light's coming through. And then like I'll put my hand on the inside and like hold it around while I'm holding the shirt up, so see if I can see my hand through any of the fabric. Um, see, listed for 35, 28. That's like 20% off. Not bad. Ooh, I just got this because I thought it was cool. These are called like tennis vests, sweaters, tennis sweater vests. I don't know. These are really good if you find like an actual sweater with this nice the V neck on it, and it's great style. It does look like it's a little shrunk up. Seen better days, but still sold for 27. I would not buy this item again. Probably. I think I had this for a long time. Yeah, I listed it back in February. It just sold. So was that like 7 months? Ooh, I probably just got this because it was lamb's wool. To be honest with you, I've looked up Beretta like every time I found it, and it's usually not good. So this one did have a nylon liner inside of it, and then outside was the wool. So it did seem like a higher quality item, but still, I listed for 50, and it just kept getting discounted down. Just, no one wanted it, so. All right, basic Lululemon. You guys know Lululemon's good already. Let's look at Twillery, just in case you've never seen the logo. Usually you're going to find like a polo shirt or like a button-up dress shirt from Twillery. I think those items are better personally than the pants. Um, this is what the button looks like, just in case you see the button. This is very distinct. So if you see that when you're flipping through the rack, take a look if you want. I didn't love this item. I wouldn't be super excited if I found it again, but I'd probably still buy it anyways. I will say the measurements were really weird. This says it's a 34 by 32 tailored fit, but then the real measurements are 36 waist and 30 and a half inch inseam. So I really don't like when that happens. Um, like, I try to stay away from it. Another nice little Noble tank. This one sold for full price. Had a nice little floral design on it, so that was cool. This is, what is this? I think it's duck camo is what this is called. Big Jumbo can tell me if I'm wrong. So this brand from 10X, usually this is made in USA. It's a vintage like hunting gear brand. But this item was pretty much just because the camo is cool. So not a great size. Did I list that right? Okay, cool. Yeah, the tag said size 40, but lucky for me, they measured out to 36 inches. That's definitely a better size than 40, in my opinion. So sold for $28. I think I got these for 5. And I think these were in one of my first videos ever. So shout out to me. All right, this is a nice basic item you might not know to look at. They're just nylon track pants. Like they've got like the elastic ankle cuff. Just super basic Nike. So that's why when I see this like nice crisp white Nike tag, I just go and I look up the style code just in case. Not all of it's going to be good, but every now and then you're going to find something good like this. Let's see. Ibex, this is not a good item from Ibex, but it's a good brand to know. So just in case. Usually what you're looking for from Ibex are like what is it? I think it's merino wool sweaters, like fourth zip sweaters or full zip jackets. This is an old logo. Let's go look at actual Ibex. So you can see like these prices are pretty decent. $40, $35, 42. Best offers on 39, 40, 35, 34, 39, 79. Like this is This is super basic stuff for the most part. Just like in the way it looks basic. Um, and quality stuff, quality prices. So this is the logo. It's whatever this animal is. I don't know what this is. Just remember Ibex. More Lululemon. This was just interesting because it had the cutouts on it. It's like a lined skirt. Cool. Nike track pants. If you find these like the swooshy pants that have this like gray lining, I think that's called jersey lining. Um, those usually, in my experience, they've gone for like 25 ish. So if you can find those for cheap, that's something you should be looking into. James Purse. This is a good brand. This one was good because it was made of cashmere. And this was old. This was at a Goodwill I don't go to a whole lot. And this was an older tag item. I think it had reached discount at Goodwill. So 70% cotton, 30% cashmere. But a lot of the James Purse I find does have style codes on it. It makes it super easy to find the item. So to be honest, I don't remember if looking up the style code actually pulled up this item or not, but someone had sold this same shirt in the same color recently, so I was able to just copy their listing. So that was nice. Listed for 40, sold very quickly. Sold in 4 days for 33. We had some Roan joggers. I still like Roan. I've heard some people say they don't really like it a lot, but like that's fair. I think it's popping up at like Marshalls and what's the other one? Ross. So you're basically looking for the button will say Roan on it. It's got the texture, the lettering, and then usually the inside of the waistband will have some sort of text on it. Sometimes the text is red. They do have style codes on their stuff. That's how I figured out that these are the resort jogger pant. Let's see, Lululemon, super basic, just a thermal hoodie, waffle knit thermal. This was a super cool item. Okay, Wi-Fi is out. Maybe I'll come back to that later. Cool pants, also in a big size. I found these at the same store as these Roan pants, and they were about the same size. So I thought they might be from the same guy. So if it was, shout out to that guy. He had good stuff. So just some Silencer pants. And I noticed, I think with both the Cool and the Roan, the sell through for the 40 and the 42 waist were actually pretty decent. So I pretty much always just look up the size when I find an item to see if the sell through is okay. Outdoor research. Let's see if this even loads. Okay, if you don't know this brand, it's a good brand. You should be looking out for it. Their logo is this OR. Inside tag can look like this. And then if you're lucky, down on the inside, you'll have this tag that will just say what the model is. So makes our job pretty easy. This sold really quick too. This sold in 1 day. Was it full price? It was for full price. I like it. This was discounted too. This was in the women's jacket section, so I missed it the first time I looked. And then luckily I found it while it was on discount still. So I think I paid about $7 for that because they had it priced at 10. Then it hit 25% off. Refresh. All right, this is a great tag to be looking out for. This is the Polo Country item. Um, I watched a deep dive video all about Polo Ralph Lauren stuff, um, and I think there is modern Polo Country stuff. Not all Polo Country stuff is vintage. It's not automatically vintage if you see this tag. So be careful using the vintage keyword in your title. But this one, it has something to do with the the Reg U.S. Patent Office. It's like the way that is phrased down here is like the giveaway for whether it's a vintage tag or not. Um, I would assume also the made in Malaysia thing. I think the modern stuff's probably just made in China, if I had to guess. So I listed this for 50 because I just thought it was cool because it's got these like military patches on it, and then I couldn't find anything like it. So, but let's go back down to it. Shoot. Okay, it's sold in like just under 3 weeks. So I think most people would say that's pretty quick. So, and that was pretty cheap too. It's at a Plato's Closet. So I think it would have been about $10 before my discount, if I had to guess. These are nice. These just had to look. This is like a style based pickup for me, but they were Aeropostale. It's a good brand for it. List them for 60. I saw a lot of different like styles. I don't remember if I saw this exact style pant or not, but if you got a bunch of like straps and pockets, that's good. Sold it for $40. This is a good brand if you've never heard of it. They do a lot of golf stuff and they do a lot of stuff with Barstool Sports. The brand name is Unreal, Nurl. This is one of their better items, to be honest. Then they have some golf polos, I think, also with Barstool Sports. Depending on the pattern, they can go up pretty high. And that's what the inside tag looks like. So, pretty sleek looking. I think their hoodies are some of their best stuff. Got that at a Plato's Closet as well. This was an awesome find. If you find any Polo Ralph Lauren stuff with like big patriotic, like U.S. flag stuff on it, cool. That's great. A little bit of a nautical vibe too with the anchor here on it. And it had like a hoodie pocket. I thought it was really odd. It was like a rugby polo, but hoodie pocket, big flag patch on the back. Listed for 50 and it sold in 4 days for $47.49. Ooh, okay, this is really good. Sometimes these blade collar polos surprise me. So it's funny. This item, the last polo shirt, and then the polo country shirt. I got these all at the same Plato's Closet on the same day. So very good day. This was only priced at like $8. Um, so this was a Tiger Woods blade collar polo, and not all the Tiger Woods blade collar stuff is crazy like this, but this one listed on the 10th, sold on the 24th. So in 2 weeks, it sold for where'd it go? For $49. I listed it for 60. I thought that was super fair for just a little golf polo, especially at the end of September when golf season is kind of on its way out. So just see a blade collar, just look up the style code. See, I had these listed for a while. Some diesel jeans. Just look them up, man. Just look up. It says the model name. What was that? Just look up the model name. That's it. Not much to say. Ooh. All right. This is kind of a scary brand because it's like a hype beast thing. It got faked a lot, but called Fear God. So I was okay with picking up this item because when doing some research on it, I found out that like they just sold this in PacSun. It wasn't like a lot of Fear of God stuff is super expensive. So you can't just walk into any store and get it. But finding out that they sold these at PacSun made me feel better about it. Like someone could have just walked around the mall and ended up with one of these. So, um, How quick did this sell? Only took 2 days to sell, and it sold for 51 bucks. So pretty good. If you find Fear of God, please just go through listings or check out Google and see what the tags are supposed to look like, because Fear of God does get faked. So be careful. Man, we're heating up. These Lululemon at ease shorts, I talked about this a couple videos ago. The at ease stuff, super good. So you'll know if you have Lululemon at ease if it's got this like scaly texture to it. It's kind of like it's got the bumps on it. So super good. And I found out when I looked up the model number on these, where is it? So I looked up the style code here. These are supposed to be a 7-inch inseam. Someone went in and um, they hemmed these down to a 4-inch inseam. So even though these were altered, they sold for $60, and they sold like it was less than an hour. It's like maybe 30 minutes. These sold for full price of $60. So these were tagged at 25. And I think I got. I don't think I had a percentage discount. I think I just had like $25 off my purchase that day. So I don't know what I ended up paying, but I would have paid the full 25 for these anyways, because I knew that they were going to sell well. Lululemon at ease shorts do great. So remember that. New tags, Lululemon. It's just a basic dress shirt. I mean, do I have to tell you if you see new tag Lululemon to look into it? Probably not. Be careful though. Make sure the tags look good. More new stuff. If you don't know Verity, here's what some of the tags look like. Not all the tags look exactly like this, but every tag I've seen has this like the sunset logo on it. So this was the Legends, I think. Legend. It's called a Legend sweater, even though it's just a flannel shirt. They call it the Legend sweater. I think that this is the style code right here. So yeah, I just looked that up, and I think it pulled that up. So you'll notice that was an extra small, normally a bad size. Still sold for 66 bucks. So pretty good. That was $13 at a Goodwill. Let's see. I don't remember how much this was, but I know I got it at a Plato's. This was my first time buying or selling this brand, Deus Ex Machina. I think I heard a Dusty Old Hat call it like something crazy. I don't know. But I looked down in the tag here. I noticed it said the Ramus pullover fleece. So very nice of them to just put the style code on the inside. Listed for 80 bucks, but I listed it back in the summer, back in June. So took 55 on it. Felt pretty good about it. It's just like a fleece, like snap. Nothing crazy. Another little another camo. I got this at a garage sale for like $5. Got it a while ago, and I was just too lazy to buy a charger for it. Just finally got around to it, and it ended up working. So, $70. Scotty vest. Got this at a Plato's Closet. They had it marked up though. I think it was like $30, but it was a good enough size, large, tall, that I could justify $30 for it. So, accepted 75. I'll do $30 in the 75 every day. Let's see, this was lucky. I thought that this was used. It was only 15 bucks at Goodwill, so I would have bought it either way, but it ended up having the tag. It was just like up in the sleeve. So kind of a good time. School just started recently, and it's starting to get cold outside. So this sold in only 2 days for a best offer of $80. When I have these bigger jackets, I'm cool with taking a best offer that's slightly aggressive. So I'm cool with that. This Gap jacket, I think I would have paid $30 for this at a Goodwill. So these do have styles on them, but I didn't see any in this exact style code. There was some that it was just ended in 01. The rest of it was the same. So I kind of used those comps. How rude. Okay, if there's a gap in the footage, is because I don't know when my camera stopped. But and the vintage cap jacket was $30 at a Goodwill. So all right, this one's up here. As you can see, the price is lower, but it's international, so pushed it up above. This there are like windbreaker versions of this jacket. I think I talked about it last video actually because I sold one of them, and I was like, "There's an insulated version of this jacket with like insulation." So this is the insulated version. It's got Primaloft. Um, it's got the insulation. The insulated jacket's got insulation. I don't know. Just if you see a cool jacket from LL Bean, just look it up. I mean, where is it? Right here on the modern stuff. They've just got this 6-digit style code. Just Google it. Super easy. Ooh, okay. This was fun. I've seen people find these before. It's my first time finding one. Let's see. How did I figure this out? Where was this tag at? I don't remember exactly where the jacket this tag was. Um, a lot of military items, like it'll be like down low on the inside. Some of them it's down low on the outside. I think I've seen some jackets where it's like right up on the back, just where like a normal size tag would be. I don't remember where this one was, but I just looked up Parka Extreme Cold Weather, and this showed up. So super easy. I listed for 150, and I think I would have got that if I held out. But this thing was freaking huge. So someone sent me 115 after a couple days. Let's see. Yeah. So like after 4 days, someone sent me this offer 115. I was like, cool, get it out of here. It's so big. I just wanted my space back. I paid $30 for that, I think. Then this is the second time I found duck feet. These are awesome. They do great. It's super expensive stuff. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the model I sold here. Super expensive stuff. So what you're looking for, just in case you find this one, because this pair didn't have any. There was no branding on it. Like it didn't say duck feet anywhere. So if you didn't know what this brand was, you would not have known what these were. Let me see if I have the toes in it. You can't tell. Let me try and look these up. But I think they're called duck feet because like they're wide at the base. Like this is perfect. You can tell the toe is like pretty wide. First time I found them, I actually found these. Just some leather clogs. And you'll see I was able to look it up the first time because these clogs that aren't Sherpa lined, they just say duck feet right on there. And the reason I knew that, like these boots I found, I remembered that these were duck feet because so the soles they've got, I don't know what this is called, this sole, but it's like the same type of sole all those like the Clark's boots use. And then it has these little flags. I think this is Denmark. I think that's what it is. Yeah, so it's got the flag of Denmark on the side too. So I saw these up there on the rack looking all good. I saw this little flag. I was like, I remember that. I think those are duck feet. Looked them up. Sure were. So I picked those up for like, I think they're like $8 or $9. Sold them for 125 pretty quick. Yeah, they sold the day after I listed them. So cool. I'll be back again in a week or less since I already have another week's worth of stuff I can show you guys at this point. Soon I'm going to have a video about how to research items to find on your own, just if you want to find more bolos to look for while you're out thrifting. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys on the last video. That thing did way better than any other video I've posted. Shout out to Phoenix Sales. I appreciate you for being here. Shout out everybody for being here. Thank you. I will see you again next week.